Okay. Prophet Rohe Nabi coming at you again with another video. She is a hypocrite, but does she have a valid point? I think a lot of people I think a lot of people can't think critically because a lot of times their emotions override how they evaluate and vet information. So their mind shut down. Now, the sister that we're about to use as a case study, she is a hypocrite, but very intelligent. She is a hypocrite, but she has a valid point. I'm going to let you judge for yourself if she, in fact, has a valid point. Okay. A lot of times, people, I'm going to tell you this, you're going to have to listen to hypocrites to get information, to siphon information. And you cannot be so emotionally, uh, have so much emotional overload because they're a hypocrite that you don't be able to discern the information that they're giving you. Okay. So, yeah, just because a person is a hypocrite, it's like playing poker. People have a poker face. Hypocrites have a poker face. Those who have spiritual discernment, they're going to be able to see past the poker face. They're going to be able to gain intelligence and then use it against the hypocrite or use it to help or protect themselves. You know, this is just an art of warfare, y'all. This is an art of warfare. So, what I'm going to do is share my screen with y'all. Well, I guess I'm just going to play the audio. I'm just going to play the audio. I'm not going to share my screen, but I'm going to play the audio and I want you to listen to this because this hypocrite is bringing up some really valid points. And yes, just because a person brings up valid points, it don't mean that they are not still a hypocrite. They still a hypocrite. So I'm going to pull this video up and I'm going to share it with y'all. Y'all going to hear the audio. Oh, let's see here. Let me see if I find this video. You know, some people that are hypocrites, you have to listen to them because a lot of times they'll be leeching out vital information. And this is by no stretch of saying that a hypocrite is reliable. A hypocrite is not reliable. That's why you need spiritual discernment. That's why you need to be feasting on butter and honey that the prophets dispense to the flock. So you can what? The Bible says what? Isaiah 7:15, 16, that you may be able to choose the good and refuse the evil. You're going to always have hypocrites around you. You're going to always have hypocrites and liars and thieves and fakes and phonies and weak people around you. What you need to do is capitalize on their weakness and the intelligence that they bring, the information that they bring. Okay, I'm going to play this video here. Looking to earn real cash rewards. Okay, here we go.
My sister sent me a text message of this picture that she apparently saw on Facebook, and it was interesting because I'm like, when I saw it, I'm just like, wasn't I just watching a trailer for Hidden Colors where this dude was sitting on there pretending to be about Black empowerment?
Hold on a second. Let me cue up my Beats Pill. All right, I think we good now.
So my sister sent me a text message of this picture that she apparently saw on Facebook, and it was interesting because I'm like, when I saw it, I'm just like, wasn't I just watching a trailer for Hidden Colors where this dude was sitting on there pretending to be about Black empowerment? I asked myself that when I saw this picture,
And let me interject this, y'all. Some of the greatest men that we have that are about Black empowerment, they love white women. Y'all, Harry Belafonte, Cindy Portier, Martin Luther King. Yeah, he had a Black wife, but he had a whole bunch of white prostitutes. Okay. You know, a lot of our Black empowerment people, they black power and all that stuff. Yeah, they love white women. They love that white woman. You see? Now, and I want to tell you something else. You have some of our so-called Black power leaders. You have some of our so-called Black power leaders, and guess what? They marry as close to white as they can get. They actually have a philosophy of marrying a mulatto, and they actually speak it. They articulate this idea. So a lot of our people are they not really for us. Yeah, they talk real big on the Black game and all that, but you look back in their back door in their closet, they're gonna have a white woman up in there. They're gonna have a Becky. They're gonna have a Becky. Not all the time, but most of the time. They're gonna have a Becky. Hold on a second. I want to play this. I think I want to share my screen now. I think I want to share my screen. Oh, so I gotta get this video up so I can share it. Oh boy, okay, I got it. Application window. Yeah, that's it. Okay, let's open that up. Present to everyone. This is an ortho commercial. Waiting to pass. Oh, I wonder why it's not changing. Well, I'm not on the screen. Okay, skip. All right. So I just want to show the picture of what I'm looking at here. A lot. Let me tell you something. A lot of our so-called Black men that are real strong with Black empowerment, they are actually using Black people and the Black woman to climb up the dress of a white woman. That's all they're doing, y'all. Their goal is the white woman. That's what all this black empowerment is all about. A lot of this Hebrew Israelite stuff, it's about the same thing. It's just another way of black empowerment to use black empowerment as a stepping stone to climb up the dress of a white woman. That y'all, please. Christianity, same thing. Nation of Islam, same thing. This stuff ain't really real, y'all. These people ain't real that's leading us. They want a white woman, and that's it. That's what black empowerment is for them. Climbing up the dress of a white woman. And if they get that goal, they're like, okay, I made it.
What's also interesting is that I said to myself when I heard the Hidden Colors was announced and I saw who was going to be in it, I told myself there's no way I'm buying Hidden Colors because you have a number of different black men in there whose lives are in complete contradiction to what they're preaching about.
And let me say this too, y'all. A lot of these guys that's talking about polygyny, a lot of these guys, the Most High revealed this to me today. A lot of these guys that's talking about polygyny and having multiple black women, they're going to use those black women once they get them to climb up the dress of a white woman. That's all they're going to do, y'all. That's the nation building they really talking about. That's really what it's because look at Polite. Polite is in polygyny. And guess what? He got 4 or 5 black wives. But you don't see him taking pictures of his black wives like he do these white women right here. He's standing here like, I made it. I made it on the back of black people, on the back of black power, on the back of everything. Everything black. What's the name of those guys? 5%ers. Dr. York. Dr. York. Polite was talking all this black power, black power, black power. The black woman is God, so he can climb up the dress of a white woman. Y'all, that's all it is. And you know what? As soon as I saw Polite, I kind of figured that. And then you start seeing pictures like this. And he's a polygynist. He said he believed a black woman is God. The black woman is the God that's going to give him the power to climb up the dress of a white woman. That's what I want to tell you, black women. I see why y'all in pain. I see why y'all are hurting. I see why the black woman is in pain and the black woman is hurting because the black man is trying to use her as a stepping stone to climb up the dress of a white woman. All these black guys that's be out here talking about the black woman is God this and God that. The reason why they call them God is because they want those black women to give them power to climb up the dress of a white woman. Now, I know that imagery is not the most tasteful. I get it. But I wanted to make the picture real clear. And it's really interesting. A lot of black women support Polite. A lot of black women support Tariq Nasheed. A lot of black women support Ice-T. And all these other black leaders. Bill Cosby. Most black men do not feel that they are successful. if they have a black woman. And let me say this too. Black men that have never ever pursued a white woman, they just feel so demoralized and emasculated, they don't believe they can get one. Y'all, I was in construction for 30 years. I know how men think. I really do. Most black men who never even pursued a white woman, they want a white woman deep down. And looking at the tendency, a lot of black men, I'm not saying all, but a lot of black men, they just settle for a black woman. They just settle for a black woman because she's the most available. They don't have the economic clout, so they just okay, I'm stuck with a black woman. Okay. But boy, I wish I could get a Becky. I'm just telling you, y'all. I be knowing these kinds of things.
Hey guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to everybody who's subscribed to me on Patreon and support via
Hold on
Patreon.
a second. This is from Cynthia
Appropriate.
G's
They
channel.
actually think it's the epitome of Black empowerment because they have a distorted, delusional viewpoint. But the reality of it is, I couldn't care how many Black women he's married to or he says he's married to. Whenever you see this dude, he's sitting here in pictures just like this. This is not the first time I've seen this. There was also a picture and a post that he put on social media with white women in African dashikis and African attire, asking if it's okay for them to wear it. Now, for all of the Black empowerment that this man sits up here and tries to preach, talking about Black love and the beauty of Black women.
Let me tell you this, y'all. A lot of this Black stuff, I don't care if it's Hebrew Israelite, Christianity, whatever, Nation of Islam. A lot of this stuff is just a scam, y'all. For most men that are heralding it, it's just a scam. It's just a scam. It's just a way to come up. It's a hustle. That's what it is. It's a hustle.
Wouldn't expect to see him every chance that he gets sitting up in the picture hugged up with bleach blonde white women, but this is what we keep seeing. And this is an example of false and fake allies. And a lot of people in our community don't know how to recognize these people. They've been around since the dawn of ages, like they just have. If we want to go more recent, we can look at the civil rights movement and see that this was the quintessential position of Black men. And so this is why I believe that we really have not had any progression. And
the civil rights movement, y'all. The civil rights movement was basically about Black men getting sexual access to white women. That's what the civil rights movement was really about. That's why they were fighting and getting beat up and bit by dogs just to sit at a lunch counter. That sitting at the lunch counter was a precursor to get close to Becky so he can mate with her. That's all that was, y'all. Civil rights, that phrase civil rights is just a euphemism for I just want to have some white woman. That's what civil rights really mean. Civil rights simply mean I just want a white woman. That's why I'm willing to brave fire hoses, getting bit by dogs, having the KKK chase me, getting lynched. I just want a white woman. That's what the civil rights movement was all about. Black men wanting white women. They wanted to be legal. Black men was tired of sneaking around getting to the white woman. Most black men, they just want a white woman. I bet you if you look in these men's, I bet you if you look in a lot of these black civil rights leaders, they phones and stuff, I bet you ain't nothing but pictures of black white woman. You won't see a black woman nowhere. Go to their Twitter account. Go to their Facebook account. Black men don't be want no black women. Yeah, they'll talk all that black woman stuff, but please. Everybody in their life will be black, but guess who they gonna be looking for? Becky, the white woman.
Won't have any progression because unfortunately as a community we don't require, unless it's a black woman, that the people in our community live in accordance to what they preach. Meaning, if you're going to preach about Black empowerment and Black love, then we should see your lifestyle reflecting that. We should not see pictures and images like this from someone that is like polite. I've never followed him and I never would follow him because I don't really attach myself to or follow these people. But I know a lot of people do follow them. And I think that we end up, when we sit here and say it doesn't matter who someone's with, or love is love, or be blinded and clouded by emotional things rather than strategy, given the situation that we're in, we do ourselves a disservice because this isn't like this just contradiction is all over this. And I don't think any other community of people would accept this, but we are. And I think the reason we are willing to accept it is number one, because the men accept it. The men will pressure the women into accepting it with shaming tactics. More like these women. But the thing of it is, our community wants this. Other communities don't. So accept a person living a complete different life and taking them seriously like this unless they knew it was for a specific agenda. And unfortunately, in our community, they're not. We don't operate from a place of intellectualness that would be conducive to having a strategy. That's just not where our men is. So when I saw the Hidden Colors 5 trailer, which is called The Art of Black Warfare, I thought this was really interesting to see Poe sitting up in yet another picture on social media with women of the dominant society when these women are currently being used as an act of warfare against the men. So I really think that's interesting and quite.
That's a very beautiful point that she brings out. White women are used as a war tactic against black men, and black men don't know it. Young and old, most of our black men, they gravitate towards white women. They will not gravitate towards their mama, their sister, their auntie, their grandmama. None of the people that look like them, they're gonna gravitate towards a white woman. Some of them don't even know a white woman, but that's who they run into. It's sad. Our black men don't know that white men have weaponized the black woman. I mean, the white woman. They don't know that.
Ironic that he would be included in this documentary, and not to sit here and talk about the flaw in how his contradictory lifestyle has been evident in many black men throughout history, but to literally sit here and preach about some empowerment that he clearly does not believe in. And then how disrespectful is this to his wives? He's sitting here supposedly having more than one black wives, yet we keep seeing him on social media hugged up with these women who mimic and copycat and contribute to the oppression of the very women that he claims to love. So this is contradictory on so many different levels. And again, if he were a black woman, he would be being drugged for filth. Because again, when it comes to a black woman and her going out with the dominant society, she's always ostracized, she's always talked down upon. But for me,
That's true. That is so true.
it's okay, and it's fine. He's winning because this is what they did to Robert F. Smith when they saw that he,
Yeah, Robert F. Smith, the billionaire who did that commencement speech at that HBCU at Morehouse. They said all the black guys were saying that Robert F. Smith was winning because he had a white wife. He had a white wife, and if you listen to his commencement speech, it was coated with all kind of glory towards the white woman.
A donation contribution to an nearly all black male college, and he was married to a white woman. Specifically because of the white woman that he's married to, a lot of men said that, he's definitely winning. Actually, this is what they said. They said he's winning. And so in our community, because of the mentality of the men, this is very much accepted. This is very much embraced. It doesn't matter how much of a contradiction it is. It doesn't matter what era and what time we're in and how counterproductive even him sitting in a picture with these women is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the aesthetics of it and how other communities see it and how much respect they lose. This is just a part of their psychology, unfortunately. But to me,
I was listening to an interview with what's his name? Nick Cannon. And Nick Cannon, he says his military strategy against white supremacy is this: get the white woman because you said I couldn't have the white woman. That's what Nick Cannon said in an interview on YouTube. Hey, Kev Mercer, CG, what's going on? Shalom, shalom. Yeah, I'm just talking about Cynthia G. She's a hypocrite, but she got a valid point in this video that she made.
thought it's laughable that he would be sitting in Hidden Colors. It's laughable that anybody would take him seriously. It's laughable that anybody would even consider what he says is valid when it pertains to Black empowerment, when these are the type of pictures that we constantly keep seeing him in. So while he's saying one thing, his actions and his behaviors are showing that he wants nothing more than what other Black men see as the American dream, and that's money, notoriety, and access to white women. But you guys let me know what you think about this. Thank you for your support. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.
So that's basically the video that I wanted to cover. Yeah, a lot of our pro-Black men, Israelite men, Nation of Islam, Black Panthers, all they really want to fight white power about is their inability not to secure a white woman. That's really what it's all about. For most, not all, because people get stuck on that. But most Black men, the reason why they scream Black power to the top of their lungs, the reason why is because they want a white woman. The reason why a lot of our Black men say that the Black woman is God and she a queen and all this stuff is because they want to use her to climb up the dress of a white woman. That's it. And once they reach that goal there, they finish with the black woman. The black woman is no longer God. The black woman is not a queen. She don't have to be submissive now because the black man ain't gonna care because he got a white woman. So I just wanted to deal with this topic, and I wanted to play this recording so you can hear this common sense that this young lady is giving. And I think she did on point. The civil rights movement was basically about black men getting with white women. They just called it the civil rights movement. But most of the men that was tied to the civil rights movement and to the black power movement of the 60s, all of them were looking for white women. All of them. Even though they had a black wife, they were still looking for a white woman. So don't get thrown off because somebody got a black wife. Just because somebody got a black wife, that don't mean they're not looking for no white woman. We really need to get into kingdom building with the black woman. And the first thing the black man has to do is be in submission to the Most High before he starts screaming about how the woman should be in submission to him. If a man is not in submission to the Most High, he don't have to worry. He just need to be quiet about his wife being in submission to him. She ain't got no reason to be submission to you. You're walking in the flesh. Now I know what it says in 1 Corinthians chapter 7. If your husband is pleased to dwell with you, dwell with him in peace. I have no problem with that. But that's still not the ideal situation that we see in Genesis chapter 2 and 3. What Paul said in Genesis in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, that is not what the Most High set up in the book of Genesis. Okay? I think that was just a stopgap measure that a righteous man gave for a particular period of time. I don't think that's for all times. I mean, because he even says as much in that chapter. He said, "This is me speaking, not the Lord." And I'm glad he said that. But a lot of people take that as the law of God. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here, y'all. This is Prophet Ro A. Nabi, family prophet to the angel of the church, to the Laodiceans who are Israelites. Love our women. And I want to tell you something, man. We are not going to be able to love our women if we are not submissive to the Most High. That's the foundation for love for anybody. Love the Lord thy Elohim with all thy heart, thy mind, and strength, and love thy neighbor as thyself. Your closest neighbor is going to be your wife or the black woman. Hey, son, how you doing? So if a man is not submissive to the Most High, his wife can't be submissive to him. And look at this, Kev Mercer. How often do you hear men talking about being submissive to the Most High? You don't really hear the word submissive to the Most High being used together. Submission and the Most High, you don't really hear men talk about that about themselves. They always, whenever they use the word submission, it's always the woman being submissive to a probably carnal man. That's what the doctrine of submission has been reduced to by carnal men who study the Bible. Long as the woman is submissive to me, we doing the will of God. But the woman only supposed to be submissive to you as you are doing the will of God. She's supposed to be assimilated to your vision of building up the kingdom. And you know most men ain't submitted to the Most High because ask them what their vision is. Ask these men what their vision is for building the kingdom up. And that's going to prove whether or not they submissive to the Most High. If they ain't got no vision, that means they're walking in the flesh. They just trying to have sex. That's all they trying to do. Somebody probably is blocking commentary. They probably not only just blocking commentary, they probably blocking people from coming into this room too. The Most High will provide for you if you humble yourself to Him. Absolutely. And I want to say this too, Kev Mercer. A lot of our women, if they found a man that was really submitted to the Most High, they be like, oh, no, that's not practical. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, you doing too much. No, you didn't say anything explicit. Yeah. YouTube is just trying to shut my channel down. That's all they trying to do. Because there's no reason why your comments you shouldn't be seeing your comments in the room. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that YouTube does. You'll be typing stuff into a room and it don't even show up in the room. I've done that. I've typed comments into the room on a live and my comment don't even show up. No, it's not UCG. They just don't want the truth to get out and they don't want nobody to influence nobody. Now, I only got 4 people in this room watching me, and they don't even want 4 people to hear what I got to say. I think we don't understand how desperate our enemies are. It's only 4 people in this room. They don't even want y'all to hear what I got to say. And they're blocking people that's trying to get to my room from getting here. It's people that it's people that support my channel and they like, I never get a notification. Yeah, that's YouTube. They say they never get a notification. I got one person that told me that they were blocked from coming to my room. So yeah, it's all kind of dirty-handed, underhanded stuff that YouTube is doing. Man, I notice you're getting a lot of viewers, Roy. Yeah, yeah, it's not a big deal. It goes up, it goes down. When you're on somebody else's medium, they could actually uh they could actually put a governor on how many people see your videos. Because I know it's more. Because most of my videos they probably get at most 80 views. 80 views per video. And I know it's more than 80 people in the world that want to hear the stuff that I be talking about. I know that. I don't know what you mean by that, Kev Mercer. You say 4 people is too close to 144,000? Okay. I know I wouldn't do anything to hurt the little flock. No. No, it's not about you, CG. This is YouTube playing games. It's YouTube playing games. But anyway, yeah, that's one thing I'm going to really start pressing hard on. I want to really start teaching hard and from many different angles about how men need to be submissive to the Most High and what are the fruits and signs of a man that's submissive to the Most High, because that's what I want to be. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what they think. No, that's what I want. I want to be submissive to the Creator of heaven and earth. That's what I want. And I don't want nobody telling me and trying to convict me of how they are convicted, how I should do it. No, the Bible says every man has to be persuaded in his own mind. And people don't like that. When you start talking that own mind stuff, they oh no, brother, I got to be the one to teach you how to think. No, 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 you're not gonna teach me how to think. Okay? They're full of agents watching our channels. Oh, absolutely. 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 But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. This is Prophet Roe Nabi, family prophet to the angel of the church to the Laodiceans, who are Israelites. Shalom and good night. Oh, yeah, I believe that, Kev Mercer. Even though my channel is small, I believe I'm waking up dead people. I really do believe that.